everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, our reporter, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll see the Indiana Pacers facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. So a look at the starters for the Pacers. We've got Paul George, and it's O'Neal in at power forward. Here's Ilgauskas. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Irving. The three is up. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Uses the glass on the layup.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
James with the ball. Pass to Doherty, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
First team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Brad Doherty, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
George outside. Pass to Granger. From behind the arc. George, that one's good. George has got 5.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Irving against George, and there's James from the arc. Rebounded by Daniels. Now the Pacers with it. It's a 3-point game. Offensive rebound. O'Neal. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
James outside. Pass to Price. Here's Doherty. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
George outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Granger. Check by James. Here's Granger. George left side. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Pacers, Paul George, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And it's Cleveland's ball, trailing by 4. Outside Irving. Back to James. Love for 3. The shot comes out. So Indiana will take it the other way. Here's George. Takes it inside. And George with the jam.
Insane move by Paul George. A high flyer who can create in midair.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Irving. James outside. Back to Irving from the arc. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving.
On the court.
And the Pacers with possession here. 6-point lead. Oladipo outside. And the three-pointer goes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here comes Cleveland. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Brandon. There's the drive. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Get your better score, some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
Here's Boosie. Here's Person. He's guarded by Nance. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
Now here's Love. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Blocked. Here's Boosie. Here's McGinnis. And so it's Indiana ending the quarter up 10. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Fans, your Cavaliers, youth team.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Indiana.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And there's the lob.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And for Indiana, we've got Paul George, and it's O'Neal in at the 4 spot. Pass to Doherty. Here's Price. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
George outside. Here's Granger. Checked by James. Back to George. Here's O'Neal to the inside. 2 on the clock. James with a steal. Knocks it loose. In transition, here come the Pacers. 13 feet out. He gets it in there.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's James. After the basket by Indiana. Here's Ilgauskas. Good on the bucket.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Here's Granger. Pass to Daniels. Shoots from the baseline. Tipped. On the wing, Irving. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Here's Lewis. Three-pointer off the mark. From 18 feet away. Irving, no good.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Granger. Out to the right wing. Here's Lewis. Fires in the triple.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
Outside Irving. Back to James. Pass to Ilgauskas. .119 left to play in the second quarter. He buries it from 3.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Indiana dominating the game. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Pass to Daniels. Little turnaround. Again, Indiana.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Let's give it up for your CAVS powerhouse dance team.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. 51 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Carr. Nance outside. Love with the ball. Back to Nance. 6 to shoot. Here's Boosie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Here's Person. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. Here's Boosie. Love grabs the miss. Here's Carr. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. A sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back with you shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal. Well, that's not going to cut it out. I don't even want to talk about it.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joe, what up?
Let's give it up for your CAVS.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Oh, they get a hand on it. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Cleveland the other way. And for Indiana, we've got Paul George, and it's Lewis in at the 1. And he gets that one.
The nasty handle of Kyrie uses it to get anywhere he wants.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
And for Cleveland, here's Lewis. Pass to O'Neal. Oh, there's the alley. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Indiana dominating the game. Here's Granger. Check by James. About a minute played here in the second half. George's shot is good.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
James outside. Pass to Irving. Here's Doherty. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. He has 6.
And just using the size advantage he has, I mean, he can easily see over the defense.
And let's also add, he has touch from there. That's a solid shot for him.
Now here's George. 10 points for him. Here's Granger. The shot won't fall.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
James outside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. O'Neal misses. This Cavs squad is struggling. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Irving, no good.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here is James. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And they're on the break. Here's Granger. Finished off the break. And Indiana leads by 18.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Time called here. The Cavs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
A minute 22 left in the third. Here's Free. Pass to Smith. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Here's Person. Here's Hibbert, covered by Love. Three-pointer, no good. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Now here's Smith. Outside Love. 5 to shoot. It's not going to go for him. Sabonis with some nice D. Pass to Person. He got a piece of it, and he recovers it, and he gets it back. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Oladipo outside. Jacks up a 3. He drops it from range. Oladipo's got 6. And so it's Indiana up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Price. 19-footer. They get it again. Ilgauskas. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
George outside. Here's Granger. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And Indiana leads by 19. Pass to Price. Back to James. Here's Ilgauskas. George defending. Ilgauskas gets the bucket.
It's simple. If you get open, LeBron will find you. The king is an incredible passer.
And no lack of aggression on that move. Good for the 2K drive.
Yeah, a double-digit deficit. They're going to have to play better. They need more of this kind of aggressive play.
Irving against George from outside the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. Irving for three. The shot no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Granger. Check by James. And it's rejected. And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
Pacers substitution. Mel Daniels.
On the money from 12 feet away.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's James. Great open look there.
Over his Hall of Fame career, LeBron James has worked hard on his three-point shot, becoming a solid shooter.
Pass to Granger. Now here's George. Lets it fly. That one off the back iron and out. 1:36 left to play in the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Doherty. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're in front by 14. A minute and a half left in the final quarter. Present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And it's easy to see why they keep getting it to him. He keeps getting after it on the offensive end and putting in that work. He's been getting good looks and shooting the ball efficiently all night.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. .127 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. George outside. Pass to Lewis. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Daniels. Here's McGinnis. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. .105 left to play in the fourth. And here comes Cleveland. It's a 14-point game. Outside Irving. Shoots over George. Irving, no good.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
George outside. Fires from deep. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Outside Irving. Here's Ilgauskas. Pass to Price. The three is up. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Lewis. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.